Hi, Jason, the Canuck Carnivore, and I just finished shooting a video that I just realized it's just me ranting on and on and on with my same stutter and stammers that I have before, and I don't think anyone wants to watch that. I was trying to inspire people, get them to understand that it doesn't matter where you're starting from and how bad you think it is, because where I started from, I was bad. I was way overweight. My health was terrible. I couldn't even think about exercising, and I was quite frankly depressed beyond belief. I didn't think I'd wake up in the morning some days, and I kind of hoped that I didn't wake up in the morning, and that's a pretty dark place to be at. Then I discovered the carnivore diet, and after looking into it and realizing that it wasn't crazy, but it sounded crazy, I pulled the trigger and I went on it. And lo and behold, after being on it for now 137 days, I am down 30.6 kilos. That's 67 pounds, 67.5 pounds. And I feel better than I've ever felt before. And I don't know why it took me so long to find this. Um, I still have some problems, like my back is still giving me issues because, it's been bad for a long time. But I'm working on it and getting it better, and it's starting to show signs of improvement, which is a good thing. But I can walk 10 kilometers. I'm exercising regularly now, which is part of the reason why I'm losing the weight, because, diet alone will help you, but if you really need to shed pounds like I do, you need to move, and there's no way around it. But listen, you don't have to worry about that when you start. I didn't start exercising for the first 60, 70 days. I was just eating the diet, you know, animal products only, no sugar, no sugar, no cereals. The cereals are just starches and carbohydrates in different forms, and they all turn into sugar. I got rid of all of it, and I feel so much better. No, I'm not big on cheese because I don't think cheese agrees with me anymore, so I don't eat any of the cheese, but I eat fish, I eat beef, I eat chicken, I eat pork, I eat shrimp, I'll lamb, venison. I've had venison. I love venison. It's my favorite ruminant, to be honest. But it's very expensive to get in the UK. I miss being in North America for that because I used to hunt and I have friends who are hunters, and always venison stew is something amazing. Anyway, getting sidetracked again. But what I wanted to say in this video, in the short form ish, is that don't worry about where you are. Think about where you want to get to and how that can be achieved if you just try it, because it sounds ridiculous. It sounds too good to be true, because you really do need to start off eating as much as you feel like eating and then stopping. And some of them say is when it stops tasting good, that's when you stop eating. Now that's full. Now your brain and your body have a communication. Your stomach and your brain and have a communication. There's neurons in your stomach, or neurons, whatever, nerve endings. There's a communication that goes on that tells you that you are full. But when you eat the standard Western diet, the chemicals that are in the foods that you eat confuse those signals, and carbs especially, because they don't let your brain know that you're full, really. You can keep eating. I know, I could. I could eat a whole 15-inch pizza by myself, no problem. I was light work. When I stayed home from work, I could eat 4 tuna fish sandwiches and a sleeve of fig rolls, the fig Newtons for my North American thing. I could eat, and I would eat, because I would eat for comfort. For that dopamine rush of, ooh, that tastes yummy. Well, it may taste yummy, but it was killing me. And I realized that if I want to see my sons grow up, I had to change. So I did. So 137 days later, I'm now back on the path to better health, better fitness, and better mental attitude. And that's achievable for anybody who wants to try. And it seems scary, and I can't give it up. That's too restrictive. I thought so too. I thought that was ridiculous. I'm not going to eat any carbs. I'm not going to eat any vegetables. No pears, no fruits, no peas, no carrots, no corn, no yams, no potatoes. No, you don't need any of that. There isn't anything called an essential carbohydrate. You don't need any of that. Your body will make the glucamine and the glucose that you need from the proteins and the fat. You've got to eat the fat. Like, it's very important. The fat is your actual fuel. That's what we're supposed to be using for the fuel in our body. Fat. That's why we store fat. We don't store carbs, we store fat. Our body takes the fat when we don't have food and converts that to the energy, the food that we need. It's very simple. Fat is energy. We store energy to keep going in times of fasting or famine. You have no fat, you die. Yeah? Very simple. And it's so simple, it just boggles the mind. But we've been programmed since I was a kid. I remember when the food pyramid came out. I was 72 is when I started on this planet, and they were already starting to push, low fat, low red meat. Don't use butter in the 80s. Butter's killing you. Everyone suddenly had margarine in the house. And I grew up on a small farm. We didn't make our own butter, but we had our own milk. And my dad bought butter by the pound. We stored it in the freezer. We always had like 10 pounds of butter in the freezer at any given moment. So, and I drank a lot of milk. I never broke a bone in my life. And I even got hit by a car recently. No brakes. But the point is that when I was younger, I ate better quality food than what I get now. Because what we get now is overprocessed, 900 ingredient foodstuffs that they tell us is safe and healthy for us, but it's not even meant to eat that. We used to eat that ancestrally in times of famine when we didn't hunt well. You can go look into it. The whole archaeological evidence of what we used to eat is there. But that's not my point. My point is that just going back to a simple, straightforward diet isn't as restrictive as you're going to find, and isn't as bad as you think it could be. Because let's face it, steak is yummy. So fish, salmon, trout, cod, flounder, red snapper, sea bass, lobster, oysters, clams, chicken, pork. There's so much good food that you just need to give that a try, and it will turn your life around. Full stop. I'm living evidence of that. I'll put up a picture of what I used to look like a little over a year ago. It won't be the same person you're looking at right now. I was eating myself to death because I didn't see a way out. Found a way out, and you can too. It's that simple. So, eat meat, eh? You'll feel better. Go!